Hello, planner friends, or maybe wannabe planner friends. Grab a cup of coffee or your drink of choice and settle in, because today we're going to talk about figuring out what you want and need in a planner. As you know, YouTube and Instagram are full of no fewer than 978 million nicely decorated planners. All right, that might be a slight exaggeration, but I know you've seen them. Maybe you've even thought you should get yourself a planner, or 2, or 4, or maybe 7. But you aren't sure where to even begin. The planner world feels super overwhelming. Who is Erin Condren? What's a bullet journal? Do I need a daily, a weekly? What's the difference between an A5 and a B5 besides the letter? Whew. I know, there is a lot. And that is just the tip of the planner iceberg. But don't worry, I'm here to help guide you through the wonderful world of planning. So you want to start planning. But where are you going to start? How will you ever find the perfect planner? The elusive planner piece. First, no, you may not find the best one right away. You may try several planners before one clicks for you. That is perfectly normal. We have all been there. And to be completely honest, I don't believe there is one perfect planner out there for you or me. Some are going to come close. You'll be able to use maybe some whiteout or stickers to make them really close to perfect. And sometimes what's working for you right now isn't going to work in the future. You also may need more than one planner. Think about it. You don't use just one pan in the kitchen or only a spatula. You don't only use a hammer for all your jobs around the house. Sometimes you need a drill. This is going to be the first in an ongoing series all about planning, planners, and planning accessories. The goal is to help you determine what you need and want in planning. We're going to figure out what works, what doesn't, and what your must-haves are. Before we dig in and really start thinking about what you need in your planner, think about your year. Do you want a calendar year, January through December, or are you okay with an academic, like a July or August start? Some companies even let you pick a starting month. One little pro tip: when those dated planners go on sale, that is the best time to try them out. You get to try one at a lower price point. You aren't making such a big investment, because we all know planners can be pricey. You don't want to make the investment into one, hate it, and never pick it up again. All right, I'm going to ask you some questions to try and figure out what you want and need in a planner. So grab a notebook, a piece of scrap paper, or I have created a printable PDF for you, and it is linked in the description box below. We are going to think about how you're going to use your planner. For me, my planner is my second brain. If it's not in that planner, I'm going to forget about it. So we're going to work on what you need. We're going to go through a few questions to help determine those needs. And I really want you to think about your answers. Pause the video if you need, sleep on it, add to it, maybe grab some free planner printables and get a feel for them. Figure out what you like and you don't like. Write that down and be honest with yourself. If you know you hate a specific thing, don't try to force it, because you're going to end up resenting your planner and not using it. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you some examples as I go through my questions. So let's dig in. Question 1. Do you need a dated planner? Some planners come undated. You're going to need to enter all of the months, all of the days of the week, all of the dates. Imagine writing out 365 dates, 52 weeks, 12 months. Can you handle that? This is great if you don't use your planner consistently. You can pick it up at any time, date it, and go. On the other hand, a dated planner comes with all of your month filled in and all of your weeks. So you don't have to do anything. You can just jump right in. Question 2. How much structure do you need? Planners can range from very specific, like the Moxie Life goal setting system, which includes your weekly actions, to zero structure, like your bullet journals that have nothing there. Some are going to have headings on the dashboards and the sidebars. For example, we have dashboard, a project and exam page. We have our notes. Some are going to have hourly. Some are going to have a to-do list or various other things. And some will have, kind of like the Moxie layout, just your dates and the day of the week. So when you're looking at the structure of a planner, are you able to ignore these headers and use it for something that fits your needs better? Maybe you can take some whiteout or a sticker and put them over and write your own title in there. For me, I can do that with the project and exams. Like, I know I don't have class, but I can still use this for different projects I have going on with due dates and things like that. For me, I have a harder time ignoring the times on an hourly planner. So for example, if I'm using this one, I'm actually going to use the hourly times for my planning. In my Daily Duo, I don't use the exact hourly planner. Like, I put things in time order on there, but I don't pay attention to the times. So even for me, it varies from planner to planner. Question 3. Do you want to track everything in one planner? I want you to really think about your life. Do you need just one planner for everything you have going on? Does your job require some confidentiality? You may want at least a separate work and personal planner. Example, I have things in my work planner that I can't put on camera. So I have a completely separate work planner where I include things like people's names and other information that I need to reference for that week. I do have some crossover. I put, work meetings in my personal planner so that I don't forget about them when I'm planning other things. Do you run your own business? Are you going to want to mingle that business with your personal planner? Maybe you're focusing on fitness. Are you going to keep that in a separate, specific health and fitness planner? Or are you going to mix it in with your everyday planner? So for me, I have a Daily Duo, which is everything in there. This is my content business planner. So this is separate from my Daily Duo. This has my actual sitting down, planning out my content, figuring out what I'm doing each day business-wise. Some of those tasks do cross into the Daily Duo, but most of the pre-planning and the work is done in here. I also found I need a separate goals planner to help me figure out what I have to do each day for my goal or goals. And then some of that, again, may cross over into my Daily Duo if I have certain tasks that I need to put in there. All right. So that's just something to think about. Some people put everything in one planner. I tried that. It didn't work for me. I have to separate it out and bring it all back together. Question 4. What and how much do you want to track? Think about those fixed and recurring dates. Birthdays, anniversaries, those recurring task things that you do once a quarter, like change your filters, once a month, like change your toothbrush, whatever it is. Do you want to track that in your planner, or are you going to track that somewhere else? What schedules do you have? Do you have to keep track of just your own? Do you have to keep track of your spouse's, children? Maybe you have an elderly parent that you're taking care of? What are those schedules? And are you going to put them in your planner? What appointments do you have? Dentist, doctor, children's, spouse, parents, whatever. Write all those appointments out. Maybe you also want to track your finances or maybe your vacations. Are there other routines, house projects, workouts, maybe purchases that you want to track? Do you have kids with busy schedules and you need to track all of their activities? You've got one in dance, one in soccer, one in football, whatever. Are you going to keep track of all of that in your planner? Lastly, in this category, how is your handwriting? If you're tracking a ton of stuff and you write really big, you're going to want bigger spaces. Or if you write really small, you may not need more spaces. So, for example, is this to-do list going to be enough room for you to fit something across there if you write really big? Or do you need something more like the Daily Duo where you get this nice big line and lots of space to write? Question number 5. Do you need a monthly, a weekly, or a daily planner? This is a monthly Erin Condren planner, and what it comes with is you get your month, you get your dashboard, and then you get some lined note pages. And this works great for some people. You know, they do the bulk of their planning on their monthly calendar. They put, important tasks, to-dos, goals on the dashboard pages. And then they use these line pages as kind of like a weekly running task list. If that works for you, that is what works for you. I tried that. Wasn't really my jam. Or maybe you think you are more of a weekly planner. And we've got in our weekly planner, we get our month, sometimes a dashboard. This is the Moxie Life, so this is a little different. You get your goals, your weekly actions, and then you get your weekly layout. This is a vertical layout. We're going to get into that in a whole other video. And let me show you one other weekly. I guess I can show you a couple weeklies. This is the monthly view in this weekly. This is the dashboard. This is an Erin Condren academic planner, so that's a little bit different. And then here are your weeks, and these are horizontal, but they're split into 3 sections for each day. Or one more, we have the Live Rich planner, which has the monthly pages and kind of a different weekly dashboard with all kinds of meal prep, housework, and then you get into the hourly planner. So those are some different weekly options that you can get. Let me move these out of the way. The other option is the daily. And with a daily, you're obviously going to get the month. And yes, this is my current month because I was too lazy to dig out a blank one. So we got our month, we have our dashboard, and then we go into the days of the week. The reason I like the Erin Condren Daily Duo now is, hold on, I gotta go backwards here. Sunday and Saturday have their own page. In previous versions, they were split, and in the Erin Condren Petite Planner, they're also split on the page. Personally, I need the weekends to have their own page because I do a lot on the weekends, not as much during the week. And I know some people have the opposite where they don't do as much on the weekends, but they do more during the week. And there are a few unicorn planners that incorporate a monthly view, a weekly view, and a daily view. They end up being very chunky. But they do exist, and they also tend to be a little more expensive. All right, question 6, I think. Do you need an hourly breakdown? Do you have a lot of appointments or meetings? Or maybe you just love to time block? Then you might want something that has the hourly. For example, the Erin Condren has the hours and a to-do list. Or this is the Live Rich Planner. It is an hourly breakdown. There are a lot of companies that make an hourly planner. So if that's your jam, if you love appointments, meetings, time blocking, that's for you. Last question. When and where will you use your planner? Does your planner need to come with you, or are you going to leave it home on your desk? For me, my planners stay at home, and they sit just like this on my desk, open to whatever, like today's page, where I can go through and cross everything out and highlight or move things or whatever I need to do. If you need your planner to go with you, you might want something a little more portable, maybe a smaller size, maybe something like an A5 that you can carry with you. I do keep my current month of my Daily Duo in a smaller agenda than the Erin Condren one it came in. That way, if I do need to take it with me, I can easily take the current month with me. I don't usually do that because anything I need on the go, I try to keep in my Google Calendar. All right, the other thing you want to think about is how often are you going to check your planner? Are you going to check it every morning, every evening, a few times a day, a few times a week? That may dictate where you keep your planner. If you're not in your office on a daily basis, you don't walk to it, don't go in there, it's probably not a good place to keep it. Maybe you want to keep it in your living room or your kitchen. And lastly, do you like a small planner that you can toss in your purse? Is there such a thing as too big? Think about the size you want. There's pocket planners all the way up to like 8.5 by 11 size planners, some of them getting quite thick. Really think about the size that you want. Also, how chunky or thick do you want it to be? That's part of the reason I switched to this one month in the agenda, because this is small. This Erin Condren agenda, not so small. Like the rings are twice the size of the rings in here. Sorry, you couldn't see both of those there. Whew, that was a lot. But I know you're going to take some time to really reflect about what you want and need in a planner. Because I know we all want, that magical planner. We want something small that we can carry with us, but that might not be practical for your life. We have just started to dig in. Seriously, I barely even mentioned bullet journals. We are going to cover a new planning topic each month, so don't worry. We'll make sure you have thought about all the ways to plan and looked at all the accessories. Let me know in the comments what you're looking for in a planner. What do you need? What do you want? What would your dream planner look like? What planning or planner topics do you want to see covered in the series? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next month's video. Until next time, I hope your coffee is strong enough to power you through your search for planner peace.